as the dashing multimillionaire whose seductive Dolce & Gabbana adverts, in which he wore nothing but a tight pair of white underpants, caused ladies around the world to swoon. But I can reveal that top model David Gandy was ordered to leave a Mayfair pub because of the allegedly loutish behavior of his group of pals. Members of his party were accused of becoming belligerent when bar staff refused to serve them more alcohol. Diners at the Guinea Grill, where a ribeye steak costs £43 and a bottle of Chateau Latour Cabernet will set you back £2,451, had to endure singing and chanting from the men, causing filthy looks to be directed at the unruly group. "It was very uncomfortable to witness," a fellow diner tells me. "The men were very annoyed that bar staff refused to serve them, and started mocking them and filming them on their phones. After their offensive behavior continued, they were eventually ordered to leave the pub, a favorite of city brokers, and Tory grandees, who enjoy its quiet corners for plotting and gossiping." Past customers include Greta Garbo and Frank Sinatra. While Gandy's chums might be expected to be embarrassed, they seem unrepentant, with one, art director Chris Lowe, even confirming online that he had been ejected and criticizing the staff. "Such a big shame this evening," Lowe ranted in the Post last Saturday. "I was there with 4 friends and we were heartily welcomed and had a lovely meal. All good. However, we were then refused to be served and asked to leave." Lowe, who has worked with Gandy on photo shoots and is often seen lunching with his model pal, added, "We are middle-aged men, all with families. We are not rowdy by any stretch." Gandy, 41, is the best-paid male model in Britain, and has 2 children with lawyer Stephanie Mandoros. Has likely to be very embarrassed by the incident, as he prides himself on his good manners, as well as his good looks. A spokesman for Gandy, Lowe, and the pub's landlord all declined to comment. Jurassic Park star Sam Neill seems unimpressed by the new trend for big-name Hollywood actors such as Kate Winslet and Nicole Kidman to appear on the small screen. He remarks, "When I started in film, working in TV was like getting chlamydia and you were stuck with it forever. It hasn't done any harm to Neil. Has appeared in many TV dramas over the years, including Peaky Blinders. No canvassing for Keir Spear thought for Sir Keir Starmer." Despite being a former Director of Public Prosecutions, a Knight of the Realm, and leader of Her Majesty's opposition for almost 2 years, no one wants to paint his portrait. This week, Sir Keir was invited to open the Royal Institute of Oil Painters exhibition at Mall Galleries, which is just a stone's throw from Buckingham Palace. However, he tells me, "No one has ever offered to paint a portrait of myself." The Labour leader insists he does not clamour to be immortalised in oils, adding, "I don't go in for hanging pictures of myself in my office." Well, Sir Keir is still trying to make an impressionist in the world of politics. Wills and a glissy night in Mayfair? Pic of the the occasion, charity dinner at Robin Burley's private members club Oswald's in Mayfair. Guest of honour, Prince William, on a rare night out, was there as patron of environmental group Fauna and Flora International. Royal pals, your beautiful singer James Blunt, whose friends include Prince Harry and Princess Eugenie, attended with his wife, Sophia Wellesley, niece of the Duke of Wellington. From LA to London, Good Will Hunting star Minnie Driver, 51, has become a regular on the party circuit since moving back to London from Hollywood. Maybe she offered William a few money tips. Her late father, Ronnie, was a financial advisor to the royal family. Best dressed, property tycoon Nick Candy's pop singer wife, Holly Valance, 38, looked a vision in a white mini dress. The couple spend most of the time these days at their £10 million mansion in the Cotswolds. Jamie Oliver probably kiboshed his chances of a knighthood when he closed down the vast majority of his Italian restaurants, but has been handed a gong by the Italian government. The naked chef has been bestowed with the Order of the Star of Italy for promoting Italy, its amazing food and culture. And has even getting an Italian passport as part of the deal. Oliver, 46, was heavily criticized when it came to light that, months before the collapse of his restaurants and the loss of 1,000 jobs in 2018, he had paid himself £2 million. Countess reveals all about blind date. Earl Spencer's wife, Karen, admits it wasn't love at first sight when she met Princess Diana's brother on a blind date while he was visiting Los Angeles. "It wasn't instant," says Countess Spencer, 48, who is Canadian. "It took a minute. I mean, obviously, as very handsome, interesting and charming, but I was a jaded 38-year-old by the time I met Charles." Karen had been married once before while Charles Spencer, 57, had been divorced twice. Speaking on the Duchess podcast, Lady Spencer adds, "I knew he was Princess Diana's brother and I had a vague recollection of his speech at her funeral. But I didn't actually follow any of the royal family and didn't know anything, so I didn't know he had other sisters, and didn't know much of anything." Presumably, her first glimpse of his ancestral home, Althorpe, and its 550 acres helped overcome any doubts. Damian Green was Theresa May's de facto deputy prime minister, but he might be struck off a few Christmas card lists now. He tells me he's not impressed with some offerings sent by colleagues. "I find it very tacky when politicians put pictures of their own face on Christmas cards," he tells me at the Spectator Parliamentarian of the Year Awards at the Rosewood London Hotel. Jeremy Hunt does it every year with his family. David Cameron always did a very twee one with his. He adds, cannily, "I suppose Matt Hancock won't this year." Beachside fun for Edo's son and ex while Princess Beatrice has been attending royal events such as the Windsor christening of her sister Princess Eugenie's baby son, August. Her stepson and her husband's former fiancé have been living it up in Dubai. Architect Dara Huang, who has a 5-year-old son known as Wolfie, with Bea's husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, wore a racy playsuit in this picture she shared from a beachfront party in the Middle Eastern Emirate. "Well, Dubai, that was fun," gushes Dara, 38. "I'll be back soon."